잡아라 유형 베이직 독해편.
Part 1.
유형.
Unit 1. You're sick, but you have an appointment to meet your friend and you don't want to break it. You visit your friend and describe your symptoms to her. She says they're exactly the same as the symptoms she experienced last month. Her doctor gave her some prescription antibiotics and she has some leftover pills. She offers you the rest of them. It could be tempting to take them because you'd save money and time. But taking medicine prescribed for someone else is a bad idea. Prescriptions are written for one specific person, based on their height, weight, and other factors. Therefore, your friend's pills probably don't have the correct dosage for you. Besides, you can't be sure the two of you have the same illness. Taking the wrong medicine could be dangerous to your health. So no matter what happens, remember not to borrow your friend's prescription medication. Practice. 1.
Many people suffer from social shyness. Luckily, it is a problem that can be overcome with a little bit of effort. Your main goal should be to change the way you react in social situations. In order to do this, you must start by putting yourself in situations that involve interacting with others. You can have short conversations with the everyday people around you, such as the clerk in your local convenience store or the person who delivers your mail. Think of these as practice conversations and make sure to have at least one a day. After a month or so, you'll most likely notice a small improvement in your conversation skills. You'll also probably find yourself feeling more comfortable during these exchanges. Over time, your self-esteem will begin to improve. Once it does, you will surely see improvements in many different aspects of your life.
2. Although plastic drinking straws are convenient, they are not practical. Every day, all around the world, hundreds of millions of these straws are used for a few minutes and then thrown away. This increases the amount of plastic in our landfills, which is a serious problem for the environment. With this in mind, we need to ask ourselves, do we really need to use straws or are they something we can do without? You might not think avoiding straws would have a big impact on our efforts to save the planet. But if you've been using 5 straws a week, that adds up to 260 straws a year. And if you have a family of 4 and you all stop using straws, that's more than 1,000 pieces of plastic that won't end up in landfills each year. Over time, these numbers add up and truly do make a difference. 3.
I have read many stories about the lives of successful artists, and they all seem to have one thing in common. In every young artist's life, there seems to be a moment when someone tries to discourage him or her. Even the most talented artists have this experience. People tell the artist that it is impossible to earn money as an artist, and that becoming an artist will lead to failure. Whenever I read a story like that, I think about how important those artists are. If they had given up because of someone's words, how would the world have been different? It also makes me think about all the people who could have been artists but gave up. Many of them are now in jobs they do not want. So if you know someone who wants to be an artist, be careful. You don't have the right to destroy someone's dream.
4. The management of a car company recently had an interesting experience. When they asked their employees to think of ways to increase productivity, they received little response. However, when the request was rephrased as ways to make your job easier, the suggestions began to pour in. This shows how our perception of a situation differs depending on words. The word productive suggests extra work, while the word easier carries a more positive feeling. Therefore, if you want your message to be effective, pay close attention to your choice of words. For example, if the need to increase sales sounds too harsh, you can soften it to attract new customers. In this way, simply by using a rich and varied vocabulary,